The fact that Twitch has been working this whole time is kind of proof that this is a Beam problem. But I don't know I don't know what to do because I might have a better upload rate, but I cannot keep up with all of them. It's just too much. Or even the better upload rate. All right, what is and isn't live? I can see Kick rolling, I can see Twitch rolling, I can see Twitter rolling, I can see Valor rolling. I can see YouTube rolling. I can hear YouTube rolling. Because I needed to test things. All right. Passes says it's rolling, but Passes also doesn't give me a lot to go off of. Who's still dead? Okay. As best as I can tell, we are live. And we can start. Ah. Say yes. I have been attempting to fix my stream problems. Beam continues to refuse to cooperate. I can fix some of this by adding more to their own specific outputs, but that will not fix all of it. Just because I cannot output the way I need to, because in the United States you get this stupid thing where, oh, do you have fiber? We'll give you 1,000 megabit per second download and 10 megabit per second upload for some infernal reason. So I'm working on it. Hopefully we will have some other better solutions. The quality should be up a little bit for everyone at least. We're streaming at 60 FPS instead of 30. Like I said, Twitch went off their own little corner. Everyone else is now down to 8,000, I guess. Because I guess the other sites can't take 16, in spite saying they can. So we'll have to see where things go. In the meantime, though, I want to go over another subclass for Dark Matter. We've got another video to react to. And then we've got games. Legend of Zelda, some more Stellar Warfare, and then, assuming the stream holds up, something a little extra. Alright, but first, Dark Matter. So, Dark Matter's subclass tonight is Space Marine! That is a fun game. So, this is a fighter subclass, as it should be. Smash your foes in advanced impulse frame, because yes, it is that kind of Space Marine. I like this. I don't know that it fully bridges the caster martial divide, though admittedly a lot of just the weapon access in Dark Matter bridges that divide. But this nails the Space Marine perfectly. Space Marines are the elite forces of the verse. Their tenacity and bravery are augmented by an arsenal of weapons and battle armor called an impulse frame, which allows them to strike decisively from above. Space Marines might pledge their loyalty to the Coalition, Elven Empire, or Hegemony, or sell it outright as mercenaries with any number of factions. At level 3, since you no longer get any level 1 subclass things, though actually I think fighters are level 3-1 anyways. You get the Impulse Frame. You have a suit of magically powered armor known as an Impulse Frame. It's a heavily customized Star Shield hard suit, functionally splint armor. While wearing your Impulse Frame, you gain the following benefits. You gain your Impulse Frame, Impulse Pack. Your Impulse Frame has an integrated jet booster, allowing you a limited form of flight. You can use your bonus action to gain a flight speed equal to your speed until the end of the current turn. So that's just 30 foot or more if you've got other abilities. I mean, at level 3, you can be very, very mobile, very, very quickly at level 3 if you spec into it. So if you know you're going Space Marine, you can literally fly around the battlefield. Life support systems. While wearing your Impulse Frame, you gain the benefits of wearing a life suit, which is just space, underwater, hostile environments. You don't die. Replaceable. You can convert a different suit of armor into your Impulse Frame by spending materials worth 100 gold pieces, 100 credits, over the course of 8 hours, which can be done during a long rest. The new suit of armor gains the benefits of your Impulse Frame feature. Your old Impulse Frame ceases to function. So you can just find better armor and basically say, all right, I'm taking all of this apart and putting it on this. At level 7, you become a Helldiver. Hell Jump! You have mastered the quintessential Shock Trooper landing. When you fall and don't have the incapacitated condition, subtract 60 feet from the distance you fell when calculating your fall damage. Additionally, when you land after falling 20 or more feet, you can impact in a forceful 5-foot emanation. Each creature in the emanation must succeed on a dexterity saving throw of DC 8 plus your strength and proficiency bonus, or have the prone condition. So you just land in a crowd, knock them all over, and then go to town, because prone enemies are best enemies. Level 10, Frame Upgrade. You gain one of the following upgrades to your Impulse Frame of your choice. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you can replace the chosen option with the other one. Heavy Frame. When wearing your Impulse Frame, you have +2 bonus to your armor class while you aren't wielding a shield. Additionally, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while wearing it. Skirmish Frame. Well, your speed increases by 10 feet. If you move 20 or more feet on your turn, the next attack you make before the end of your current turn has advantage. This, increased speed, advantage, Hell Jump, Fly, Impulse Frame, Impulse Pack, Fly More. Wraith Frame. You don't have disadvantage on stealth checks as a result of wearing heavy armor. Additionally, as a bonus action, you can give yourself the invisible condition for 1 minute. This condition ends on you immediately after you make an attack or cast a spell. Once you take this bonus action, you can't do so again until you roll initiative or finish a short or long rest. That is a fantastic set of options. And if you have a sorcerer, I think they're the only ones that get this, unless they changed it, friend, you have a special bonus. Dragon's Breath is not an attack, and they have explicitly said that it is not an attack. That's not just rules lawyering. They have said that that's intentional. So you can go invisible and still Dragon's Breath. Level 15, Sustain Flight. When you use your Impulse Pack, your fly speed lasts until you land. Again, you're already up to 40 at the slowest if you're using the Skirmish Frame. And finally, the Dragon Frame. You augment your Impulse Frame with a suite of elemental enhancements. You have a pool of temporary hit points that slowly replenishes. At the start of each of your turns, this pool gains 5 temporary hit points to a maximum of 40. Immediately after you hit a target with a weapon attack, you can take a bonus action and expend 10 temporary hit points from the pool to deal an extra 2d8 damage. This damage is acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Your choice. So yeah, I don't think this necessarily on its own makes up for the Martial Caster divide. But you can hit really hard and really, really fast using this. I mean, you are a literal tank. You are on the front lines and or sneaky around and being fine. The fact that you get a flight option that is not concentration in your heavy armor is huge, because without this, it's either a flight spell, which is concentration, or a racial flying ability, which does not work in heavy armor. This is the one where I think it's kind of For some attacks and or abilities or options, it works. But I think you're going to be relying more on those temporary hit points as hit points, because you're using a bonus action with an attack to do 2d8 damage. Well, at level 18 as a martial, you may have a different bonus action attack you can use that may very well do more damage depending on how you've spec'd and what you've gotten. Because at level 18, you've got a lot of options. But 40 temporary hit points, even though, you know, at level 18 you've got a lot, is still 40 regenerating temporary hit points. You're flying, you're potentially very, very stealthy or mobile or just even more of a tank. I mean, if you want to be a Space Marine, I think they've nailed it. The one thing that this doesn't do as a subclass, and it admittedly makes sense, is they don't give you a bolter or other heavy weapon out the gate. Which, okay, that's fair. The subclass doesn't necessarily have to give you a weapon. You're gonna run off and grab a weapon yourself. And probably there's some great Space Marine-y weapons in here. Now there is potential again to convert this over to, you know, more artificery, magical set of armor for non-space settings. It doesn't move quite as smoothly as the Ranger Bounty Hunter, but I still think it's pretty good. And like I said, if you want to be the dream of the hypermobile one-man tank, I think this does this pretty well. Don't get me wrong, the Artificer armor is pretty cool too, but I think this nails the actual Space Marine vibe it's going for. So I just, again, wanted to do drip feed piece by piece of the different bits of dark matter. Again, I am not sponsored by them. I paid I kickstarted for this. I really, really like it though. And like I said, there's neat stuff here that I just wanted to share. Yeah, that's where we're just doing little bits and pieces. So that's it for tonight for Dark Matter, which, just for the record, I'm pretty sure that this is the Space Marine picture for fighters. Cybernetic looks like it'd be a different thing. So give you an idea of what they're imagining, which actually I think that looks more like a Tile Fire Warrior now that I think about it. Might just be the color. I don't know. Anyways, on to the next little bit. We've got another video. I used a sizable chunk of today editing, so you guys are going to get some actual videos this week. Anyways, this is another one of the videos that I saw last night. This is administrative results, the AA-12. Sorry, the AA-12 we have at home. Genesis 12 with FRT. Hi, Ruby. So, yep, we are, I think I know where this is going. I'm curious how it is going to stack up, because FRTs tend to be high rate of fire, but shotguns tend to not be high rate of fire for fairly good reasons. I'm curious if that's going to be the action or if that's going to be the trigger in this case, though, because it could very well be the action here.
Hi, YouTube Manual Reviewer.
Yeah,
I hope you are doing well. What you're going to see in this video... Hi, YouTube Manual Reviewer. I hope you are doing well. What you're going to see in this video is 100% legally semi-automatic. All magazines are 100% in compliance with the YouTube policy. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I hope you have a wonderful day. Gentlemen, for years, the Benelli M4 was considered the king.
But belt-fed shotguns are something a lunatic made and often regretted. True. True. They exist and they're all nuts.
Hope you have a wonderful day. Gentlemen, for years, the Benelli M4 was considered the king of combat shotguns, renowned for its rugged reliability, beautiful aesthetics, and sheer Italian sex appeal. That is, until a new shotgun dethroned it. And the shotgun that would dethrone the king. The Genesis 12.
Drop the knife! Drop the knife!
I ain't dropping it!
Drop it!
No!
Drop it! Drop the knife!
It's not happening! It's okay. I got this. All right, Carlos. I got less lethal in here. If you don't drop the knife, you're gonna get hit with a bunch of bean bags.
I ain't going back to jail.
You don't want this smoke.
Hit me!
I'm tickled you said that.
I thought that was less lethal.
It is less lethal. I got orange on my mag.
That's red.
I'm colorblind.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's faster than AA-12.
That's insane.
Benjamin Netanyahu, return my gas milers!
That is a horrifying rate of fire. I dig it.
It's wild. It's diabolical.
In the beginnings, God created the heavens and the earth, and he saw that it was Genesis 12. Hey, you just gotta look at our greatest shotgun, okay? Genesis 12:3. Blessed are those who bless the Genesis 12, for ye shall be blessed yourselves.
Now, as our beloved Brandon Herrera would say, shotguns are base. But within recent years in the firearms zeitgeist of dudes that are concerned about preparedness, whether that's defending one's home from crime or defending the ideas of what makes America America from tyrannical powers, they have shifted gears away from the shotgun, seeing it as a lesser tool. You know, it's less desirable than what intermediate cartridges or other platforms in general offer, right? Semi-automatic to
It even
fully
has a
automatic
bag
firearms.
for 'em.
chambered in a rifle cartridge have much more versatility in the minds of most. And you're not technically wrong, right? Like an AR-15 is pretty dang good at what it can do. That being said, shotguns are just as versatile, and within the right distance, they are very good at what they do. Now, when it comes to a normal person, a person that is not obsessed with firearms, chances are this is probably not you watching this, but for most people, they think of a shotgun as an excellent home defense tool. You just rack the pump, and the criminal's gonna piss themselves. It's kind of like the FUD lore behind it. Or all you have to do is just point it in the general direction and let loose the fury of birdshot to scare off that wannabe crook. This, in theory, absolutely can get the job done. If it fires buckshot, it's gonna do a good job. But this is also very outdated and does not live up to the potential of what a combat shotgun could be. A shotgun designed for more tactical use case. You know, the Benelli M4, the Beretta 1301 has been kind of seen as the kings of the combat shotguns that most people can get. There are of course other shotguns out there that are much more impressive of a resume in terms of what they offer mechanically, but for the longest time that was it, right? There are other shotguns in the Benelli family, maybe the Beretta family, but those were regarded as the kings of the shotgun hill until the Genesis 12 comes along.
Gentlemen, I apologize, but the business that is Administrative Results has to stay in the black real quick. Onyx Off-Road, a wonderful app for helping you in your off-road expeditions. There's more to it, I gotta add!
They have guided trails. Their coast-to-coast team of trail guides have hit the dirt to create a guided trail, complete with photos, descriptions, difficulty ratings, and more so that you can know before you go. I do love the offline maps. Download an offline map before adventure so that you can always have the power of Onyx Off-Road no matter if you have call service or not. And whether from heaven to the throne, he who travels fastest travels alone, but it's not as fun. You want to have friends, and to have friends on these trips, you gotta have some folder sharing capabilities, and Onyx Off-Road has that. Share that information with your route planning, and you and your boys can stay together on your Hobbit's journey throughout Middle-earth. The back trails, looking for cryptids. I have a link to Onyx Off-Road in the description down below.
Americana Pipe Dream Apparel, they're now old Zoomers. They're getting to Unk status. Who would have thought? Time is an unrelenting mistress, but what they do have is night vision knives, manuals, e-bikes, military surplus, and American-made clothing. I like these guys a lot. They've helped out the channel a bunch, and they want to help out your wardrobe and other nerdy autistic obsessions. Code admin to 10% off. Optics Planet. Optics Planet! Listen, fellas, we live on a planet. We need optics. It works out, okay? Big thank you to Optics Planet for helping out the channel. And of course, Badlands Munitions, the ammo sponsor. They provide the channel with ammo, and in turn, I tell you about them. 7.62, 5.56, 9mm, 300 Blackout, a bunch of cool rounds that they're always cooking up, and I appreciate those guys very much. Local Arizona company. Thank you for watching this ad segment. If you didn't fast forward and you were away from your phone because you were like taking a dump or making some food, I don't know, but back to the Genesis 12!
Okay.
Now listen, let's be frank, by now you should know what the Genesis 12 shotgun is. There's been a plethora of dancing YouTuber monkeys on the internet making videos all about it. And that's all good and dandy. I can't fault a YouTuber for getting after it and wanting to make a video on it. I'm very much late to the game, so this is my first crack at getting the Genesis 12 onto the airwaves of the Administrative Results show. Now, I would not just bring you any old Genesis 12 shotgun video, right? They've been done a dime a dozen. So because I am romantically interested in you, I've brought you something special about the Genesis 12 shotgun. You probably already noticed all my disclaimers I did for it because it's like the gulag here for gun tubers. But that would be a forced reset trigger inside the Genesis 12 shotgun. Wow! They did it! They can allegedly put a man on the moon, and they can put a trip bar in a Genesis 12 shotgun. This is the skinny on the sitch. God, dude, this rock is so uncomfy up my ass. So this is the skinny on the sitch. We have this Genesis 12 shotgun. My boys over at East Valley Tactical. I've been doing some work with them for a bit now. They have worked on developing this forced reset trigger for the Genesis 12 shotgun. Originally, this has been kind of a journey. Like, we filmed the whole segment with Eric way back when I first picked it up and he installed it all. And then what ended up happening is they improved upon the design. And we finally get out and the gun starts working well. Now, that being said, I think mine is still just a little picky, if I'm being honest. Eric's PDS worked a lot better, and I will say that maybe I should have gotten one of those.
That's cooking way better.
Yeah.
Why does yours better than mine? The recoil anticipation, everyone's flinched so far. Whoa! That was slugs, wasn't it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see the recoil on that one.
Now, how did I get a Genesis 12? I got to do a disclaimer. So, this is the story all about how my life got turned into 12 gauge chow. That was a stretch, bro.
I liked it.
I'm sorry. So I hit up Genesis 12. I said, hey, I'm working on this drone video, and I also have this other project where I'm getting wind of Eric's FRT. I think it'd be a good option. And they were down to clown. So they sent out a Genesis 12 shotgun. Sadly, the Genesis 12 didn't show up how I wanted it to in the drone round video. It was kind of like waiting to see if any more drone ammo showed up for a 12 gauge to compare it against 5.56, but sadly that just didn't line up and didn't work out. We did get to compare like grouping of a 12 gauge with the FRT on paper against the 5.56 drone round. What does show up on the channel is actually really ripping it with the FRT installed in the gun. That to me is the most exciting thing about this video, the fact that you can kind of have this AA-12 at home. There's a few male fantasies that I have, right? Sailing off into the sunset with a beautiful woman that has dimples above her buttocks, driving a fast sports car, the Panda Express, and of course, having a fully automatic shotgun. Now, this is by no means legally a fully automatic shotgun, but damn, can you run this thing very fast. And it gets us in the ballpark. Now, I have titled this video, the AA-12 we have at home, and it really is. I don't know if I'll ever get my hands on an AA-12 for my own personal collection. I don't want to give up hope yet. I want to stay optimistic.
You are friends with Brandon.
This gets us pretty close in the ballpark. You have a magazine system, you have a drum system. All of these are YouTube compliant magazines. Gotta say it again because YouTube, God forbid YouTube here. Strike me down, algorithm, strike me down. I hate it here. But it's kind of like we're getting in the ballpark of an AA-12, and that to me is exciting. That is exhilarating. What is sexier? What is more power fantasy than a fast shooting shotgun? How do you quantify that, dude? It's just raw American aggression. You jump into the trench, all the Germans go Scheiße, and you go ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. You were an unsupervised 19-year-old doughboy. You were using a Winchester 1897. Me, the time traveler, comes out of nowhere. Hey, dude, take this. Pretty dang good. Yeah, my dumb ass just went in and out with it. All right, now when shooting the gun, the experience with this FRT and the Genesis 12, I will say, let me caveat this, never shot an AA-12, but from what it looks like, the recoil system in there mitigates a lot of that recoil very well. And that thing is purpose-driven from the ground up, originally I believe to be a machine gun. That's why there was all this little hiccup around it back in the day. This hoopla from the feds saying you can't have an AA-12. Well, here we are, fast forward. We're getting in the ballpark, guys. Now, the recoil impulse of the gun, especially if you start throwing in some 3-inch shells, man, you're gonna have to ride the lightning. You're gonna have to hold on for dear life and hump
that bull into submission.
You are not going to survive. You gotta be a man. Got 10 rounds of 3-inch double-aught buck. Should be about 15 balls in there. See how she rides with the FRT. Oh my God. That took me for a ride, dude. Not gonna
that
lie.
is a look at it. Look at the foregrip. Look at the foregrip.
Oh my God.
Watch here where the foregrip attaches to the rifle.
That took me for a ride, dude. Not gonna lie.
That is concerning.
Front sight loosened up. The recoil is very stout on this gun. You gotta respect it if you switch it over to the FRT mode. And regular to shooting, buck, birdshot, slugs, you know, it's a stout 12 gauge. It's not anything more than you're not used to. The buffer system.
Yeah, the fact that it's just on the pick rail is a good thing. You know, that's not the rifle breaking, but given your hand is on that, there is still that concern of it breaks loose, something goes flying, your hand ends up in front of the barrel. That is bad.
in there, all the recoil stuff. It actually works out pretty well in semi. And that's honestly where most of us, if we play the hypothetical, okay? Okay, Johnny Rambo, if you're out there, if we play the hypothetical, the world ends, you grab your Genesis 12, the Ruskies are falling from the sky, the HOA enforcers trying to kill you, you're probably gonna be running the shotgun in semi-automatic most of the time. There's a rare exception where I think the FRT mode in the circumstances would just be devastatingly wonderful. The fact that we have the FRT option is beautiful. I love it very much. Now, everyone always thinks of shotguns as the
We have seen a series of crimes where a large number of people all swamp a single target all at the same time.
super CQB weapons, point blank trench warfare. And in some degrees, you're absolutely right. That being said, you can push some rifled slugs out to, air quotes, distance. That's what we're gonna do right now. Got some Federal rifled slugs, 1 ounces. Got a cardboard and a steel. Cardboard is probably about 100. Steel's maybe 140 maybe. Rough estimate. Cannot find my laser rangefinder to save my life. Don't know what kind of show we got going on here. I'm having fun though. Hey Colton, you having fun?
I'm having fun.
Shut up. From a seated position. Kind of reminds me of like shooting a musket. You know, you got a man-sized torso out there. That was 5 on the torso. Looked.
It's slow
Like
enough
a
that you can see
carrier's.
the shot.
I'll go
So
send some
very
like that
musket-like.
steel out there. Old girl should be zeroed. Oh, just right. Of course.
Just sailing
During
past.
the YouTube demonstration, I wet the bed. 2 out of 10 slugs on target. They were in an accurate little zone though. It was just going like left, right, center, top, rear sight's loose again. Man, dude, this shotgun just beats itself apart. Cannot drop my knife or anything attached to it while I'm up here, or else it'll fall into the crevasse of this reptile valley we're in. I suppressed him, dude, with the slugs. He was like, oh God, dude. I think my optics definitely holding a bit right. That's why I had to hold so far left edge on that steel out there. God dang it, Bobby. If you have a good 0, you can hit the freaking cardboard. All right, now I want to cover something that's very near to most of our hearts, and that would be the gear that kind of goes along with this shotgun, because I kind of have a whole diatribe that goes along with this. So there's a funny little story and something I have observed when I was looking at the Genesis 12 Instagram social media page. And one funny trend that kept popping out to me was this really cool photos of these high-speed guys running the Gen 12 for the photo, and it looked cool. Something stood out though. So all of these photos I was mainly seeing, most of them, like 99% of them, really no one had spare Genesis 12 mags on their person. It was very rare. Typically you see some sort of law enforcement, military kind of like personnel, or a civilian even. The civilian shooters probably had the most spare mags on because they're like running a competition with the Terran tactical version of the Genesis 12, the 18-inch. And that was really the only exception. For all of the high-speed guys, they had no backup mags that I could see on their kit when they were running a Genesis 12. So it kind of spawned this idea, because I know when I saw that, because I was looking for a specific reason. And the reason was, what the hell kind of mag pouches do you use with these 10-round mags? These are gargantuan in terms of magazines. You're running like almost the thickness of a G27 mag with double the length, and it's just an awkward shape. How do you come up with that? What freaking, like if you put it in a plate carrier, you like look down and you're gonna hit yourself in the chin with this style of magazine. It's actually kind of a logistical headache in that sense. So while the Genesis 12 shotgun is a phenomenal shotgun, one of the weird things about it is just the 10-round magazines because of the shotgun shell size. So you have to work around that in a weird way. I kind of came up with this rig. It's an old Gray Shop rig. I think they're from Russia. And I kind of was like looking at it, going through all of my gear. What's the most modern? What's the most roomy? And somehow I came up with this thing. Despite me even making my own rigs, this is what I ended up settling on because it just worked out the best for individual mag pouches and the amount of magazines that I had and wanted to carry on me. Now the 5-round magazines, they actually fit in a lot of...
You can get double stack magazines. Being shotgun mags, they're a bit of a box. but you can get double stack magazines in order to accommodate that larger capacity / length problem given the large shells.
Of good places, right? They're not too long, they only hold 5 rounds, and you can stuff them in mag pouches. When I had the cop kit on for this video, I had it on the hip. The idea was, typically in law enforcement world, you're not trying to go through like a rolling gunfight if you were trying to be in the military. But the idea is like you're dealing with like one armed violent suspect, and if you can't get it done in a mag, it's gonna be a rough day. But the spare mag is what it's there for. So, I mean, trying to just stack all this on in the hypotheticals, right? I got the spare dump pouches. Now, let me back up real quick. Normally, at this point in my YouTube career, I don't think I'd be getting too deep into the weeds about kit this much, because one thing I kind of realized, you know, a while ago is that everyone kind of has all these weird preferences when it comes to like tactical gear and how they want to set it up or how they want it to look. So I get it. So it's kind of a nice throwback to the old admin days where we would cover that stuff. Anyway, 2 dump pouches, and the fun thing about the dump pouches is they fit the drum magazines very well. Probably not the idyllic setup for a drum magazine, but it gets the job done. And then of course you can stack your stick mags in here, which are much more wieldy than a drum magazine. And of course the 5-rounders if you had specialty ammo or different styles of rounds loaded for whatever you may encounter. That's the beautiful thing about a shotgun, is they are very versatile weapons with a style of ammo you can carry. Now that I have the AA-12 at home, perhaps I can get some frag rounds and I can have my own version of the meta battlefield setup at home.
Watch this.
Something's wrong. The sun hasn't moved since we got here. Now there's a very specific inspiration for how I've set up this Genesis 12 shotgun. And that comes from the 2010, I believe, movie Predators.
Just what the hell is going on here?
This is a game preserve, and we're the game. But in that movie, Adrian Brody's character uses a AA-12, and it's kind of fitted out in a really cool way. Already loving the AA-12, already titling the video of this, the AA-12 we have at home. The idea was really kind of just get it in the ballpark, I guess. It's not necessarily 100%. We got a drum mag, we have the old Surefire grip light, Colton, insert what it is, like totally blanking off the top of my head. Some backup irons. For the sake of shooting this, with the idea of keeping my face kind of to be able to float and look through a red dot, I have this EOTech EXPS3 on a Unity riser. This also came loose, and that's a whole nother topic where this gun with the attachments is just beating itself apart. The recoil is brutal. 12 gauge shotguns are very much known to recoil. So ideally what I should have done is just Loctite down everything.
He does that a lot.
I might need some Loctite for this setup. Turns out 12 gauge got a little bit of recoil. Watch my EOTech dance.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
All right, today we're taking a look at the Genesis 12 shotgun. Hey Mike, you know what, thanks for having me on. You know, the Genesis 12 shotgun, a fantastic weapons platform when it comes to biomechanics of using a 12 gauge. Thank you, Travis. I really appreciate that. Wow.
That was a terrible impression.
All right, sitting back looking at the Genesis 12 shotgun, what we kind of have to look at is a bigger view. The end users picking this thing up. So the shotgun has been getting picked up by a number of countries. I think I saw on Instagram, Streaking Delilah posted an interesting thing with some Genesis 12 shotguns around the world. A big adopter, funny enough, is the IDF. A lot of their prison guys are running the Genesis 12 shotgun. So take that. Take it how you want, dude. I guess it's Old Testament enough for the Hebrews. Another thing that I know about is the Australians testing out the Genesis 12 shotgun for anti-drone considerations, and I think this is really interesting. I've seen a lot of police units, at least photos, of guys with Genesis 12 shotguns rigged up in their kit as a breaching tool. The idea, you unsling it, you get it in that door jamb.
You know what? I was thinking that this is a bit much, but as an anti-drone weapon, that's actually a really good point. Because there's been all kinds of stuff going on with the desperation on how the individual soldier deals with drones because you can't give everyone the fancy drone gun. The Russian answer has been the single shot under barrel shotgun that we looked at, or like hunting shotguns, the Ukrainian answer has been a lot of more traditional combat shotguns. Well, a lot of the Western's answer has been that. But they're still like semi-auto shotguns. A full auto with 20 rounds, or a FRT with 20 rounds, that would actually be a pretty good option. I would probably... It's tough to say if you'd want a higher rate of fire or a lower rate of fire. Because with a higher rate of fire, you're drastically improving the odds of hitting at the cost of ammunition. Lower rate of fire, you have a better chance of actually making sure you're on target to hit because you're firing for a longer period of time. But then, you know, if you are on target when it happens, you're not just spraying it down. Ironically, going back to the belt fed, which is like the best of both worlds, seems like it might be the answer.
Or however you want to breach that door, and you let those breaching rounds work. On the anti-drone side, it's interesting to see it because in that configuration, how they have it set up, they're not running this big, long Genesis 12 shotgun. So funny enough, when I was asking for the Genesis 12, I was like, yo, I kind of want an 18-inch barrel. I have this idea for what I want to do in my head. And they're like, dude, check it out. So the short barrel shotgun, the 10.5 that we're going to send you, actually has very similar patterning to a 18-inch shotgun. And I was like, get out of here. Like, no, trust me. Like, so sure enough, when you're seeing these guys trying to do the counter drone stuff with the Genesis 12, they're still running short barrels out of their shotgun, which I thought is very fascinating. Now, they do also have chokes that you can throw on the shotgun, like a very extended choke to help out if you wanted to. And that's a very interesting option. Pop culture, usual admin video. What is it without a pop culture reference? The biggest one the Genesis 12 has is absolutely John Wick. It's one of the newer ones that came out recently with like a Terran Tactical Genesis 12 running around with like a Dragon's Breath rounds.
No, I haven't seen
That's
this
the one I can think of off the top of my head. A funny thing about shotguns, especially like a Genesis 12 shotgun, especially if it was a rapid fire shotgun, if you throw it into like any first person shooter, they tend to become very overpowered in a certain sense. So they just gotta like taper off the range drastically. There's very few games in video.
Taper? They don't taper anything. It's just, all right, we have now extended past 10 feet. You're shooting Nerf darts.
Video game world that I taper off the range drastically. There's very few games in video game world that I can think of where it actually does like shotguns justice of having decent range. Probably Hell Let Loose with buckshot rounds can shoot pretty far and still remain lethal. That's it off the top of my head. Maybe some other games like Squad or something. I don't know. Maybe Insurgency.
What did we just play that
One of the
had
other.
good
Now getting out of the pop
shotgun
culture reference and back in the tactical world. In recent years, the 12 gauge shotgun has been seen as an antiquated tool for a job. Now, I'm not here to argue when or where you should use a shotgun. If you're an end user and you're like, oh yeah, the shotgun makes sense for us in this setting, by all means go buck wild. That's always going to be up to an organization, an institution, the individual to figure out when and where a shotgun is appropriate for them. That being said, shotguns, man, they're so American. Like the guys that really take shotguns into conflict, that have a big track record of it, have been
American enough that multiple countries have complained about us using them.
America. Guys that really take shotguns into conflict, that have a big track record of it, have been America. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, global war on terror. Dudes just taking shotguns into places where normal countries are probably like, you know what, we don't want a shotgun. The Americans are like, yo, I'm closing the gap. Does a bayonet come on this? Please. Maybe that's my biggest criticism of the Genesis 12, there's not a bayonet lug on here. Should be. Gentlemen, I want to put a bow on this video, the whole kit and caboodle. Overall, really exciting to have an FRT for the Genesis 12. I think the platform overall is very cool, and it's just exciting to see something like this come out of this era. We really are living in a slight renaissance of firearms technology in the space right now. Of course, a big thank you to East Valley Tactical for helping us out with getting the job done, because without them, the video would not exist. I got nothing else for you guys. I'll catch you on the flip. Then we got him. Then we got the target. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I didn't have as much to add to that as I had hoped I would, but You have my interest. I will have to look into that. Is neat though. Sorry. Yeah, I had hoped to have a little bit more to add to that, but I've kind of given all my thoughts that I have had on that particular setup. I do agree that it's probably, yeah, in close range it's going to be real good, but it's probably going to dominate as the anti-drone option. All right. Next up, we're going to be doing Zelda. So give me a sec to get ready, and we will go. Ba-ba. Move you over here. Connect that. And I did actually use a save state this time, for simplicity's sake. There we go. Now let's see if the save state works. What was that? There we go. It worked! Because I had to go through and play to get us ready for that again. Because of course I did. And as it turns out, we really were here at the very end. Because this doesn't have a teleporter apparently, despite that design. I'm sure I mentioned this before, but I'm no good with heights. Wait, hold on. I think I see something down there. I guess that means we have to take the plunge after all, huh? Stay on the bomb. Stay on the bombs. Oh, now I get the teleport. Which way do we have to go? This place goes on forever. There's no point to play about. We must press onward. Girl, how much more could there be? Come on, Zai, let's go. We just did the boss key. And I gotta say, that guy seemed a little bit... not the way you're supposed to in that 1 minute work. I'll take it. Oh, you kidding me. I was really hoping that that was like the actual boss. You're kidding me. What? Thing you may not know is you can jump over the guy, small jump, not the full one. If you do it while he slashes, it confuses him, letting you get hit. Oh! I'll take pushing him off the edge though. I know where this is going. I fell at the wrong point. Never mind, I guess I can't fall there. It's aimed in the wrong direction. That's also probably aimed in at just the wrong spot, isn't it? Thank you. I thought we'd be doing a boss fight, a little bit of story, and be done with Zelda for tonight, but I guess doing a little bit more at least. Alright. So I can use the key there. We're not doing this for very long, though. I was hoping I would go over him. I hit... Really, I just can't get there. Okay, cool. Oh wait, I think I can get on that upper corner from here. We have both the upper corners from here. No, I cannot. I was wrong! Thank you kindly. No, that's too far over. Alright, that one's on me. Go away! No one likes you! Okay. We're not finishing this tonight. Oh, you guys. Can I kill you guys? Yes. I still can't do this, right? Ooh! I can do it, it's just very finicky. Cool! I am in fact paying attention, and I want to. And how much do you want to bet that is the only time in this entire game where that will be used? Just realized that. I need a key, which means we probably need to use one of these drop mechanics. Oh, wait, hold on. Aha! That is not what I thought I was going to get out of that, but I'll take it. Alright, I guess we got to figure out what we're dropping down. Yeah, we got the force which like. Oh, that looks like a thing. Are you kidding me? I don't want to crack any holes in the floor until I know what I'm doing. I'm content that there he is. Get over here. Get over here! Took a drink at the wrong time. Oh, this is easier. No! Alright. Okay, so we can do this with 3. Those are not step-on pressure buttons. Darn it. Man, are we... Okay. miss when select was the map. Okay. So we've taken care of this floor, I think. Okay, so yeah, this was this room. This was this room. I've already gone that way out. And that's what landed me down there. That's what got me there. Okay, so I could probably fall down to get over. Right, you are these guys. And we already did have stuff there. So, theoretically, nope, that missed. Okay, I've already gotten that one. I actually don't know if I need to get onto this pillar. I don't think I do. Stop that. Hate you. Oh, that actually sped up my process of getting up here. Thank you, I think. Okay, so I've got one key that can do that door. Yeah, we might as well. Didn't mean to do that. that bomb wall. Why? Oh, come on! Fall! This did me no good. I don't think anything. Oh, hold on. So it's a bomb wall that does not have visible cracks. Sneaky, sneaky. Right, and that's how we fall to get that chest. Before we do, let's see what else is here. Oh, that can't be switched back on. Okay. That's mean. Gotta stop doing that. Oh, I estimated that wrong, but got so close. Oh. Come on. You all suck. I was checking something. I have fairies. You know, yeah, I need the immediate heal more than I need the refill. Go away. Alright, so we've got two different ones. Stop that. This one. Okay, so we need to do the other one first to get the chest. That was a waste of time. I jumped in the wrong direction. Stop that. Okay. In case it gives us another fairy. Nope. Okay, maybe it will. Please? Ah, stop that! How do I get him to stop doing that? Ah. Well, all he does then is... Alright. I mean, if he's doing that, there is, no way for me to be able to get past that. Ah. Well, I seem to remember saying I did not want to do a lot of this tonight. All right. Was there? Nope. health with 2 fairies. Let's try this again. No! Go away! Jump! Well, that's going to be a problem. I don't think I deserve that win, but I'd take it. Wind carries the seeds of flowers, scattering life across the land. The wind element is the embodiment of that power. I'll take your kinstone and go home. Oh, that is how it is, isn't it? Last, we've got all 4 elements. Let's go revive the Sacred Blade. Not tonight, we're not. Ah. Tonight we are taking a break and switching to something that doesn't use the controller for a little bit because my finger hurts. Oh. All right. Taking a short break, and I will see you guys in a couple minutes. Holy smokes, that was a thing. All right. Okay, that's taken care of. Get rid of that. In order to prep for the next game. Yeah, I know, I haven't actually exited out of it yet. Just trying to make sure stuff's settled so I don't leave something running that I shouldn't with how I'm kind of hodgepodging around Steam and things. Alright, see you guys in a couple minutes. Okay, caffeination and water refill is done. Let's get moving, shall we? All right, Stellar Warfare. Probably just one mission is next. Okie dokie. Let's do this again. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Stop that. Alright, we're gonna move you there. Gonna set you for Stellar Warfare. Should be set and working. So, it says optional mission, but we can't do the others without doing the optional mission. So I guess we have to do the optional mission.
Multi-system power surge? What is going on exactly? And why are we being attacked by
Excuse you?
Building. Building.
Route to the jump lane is blocked by multiple defense stations.
Building.
Our scout ships were shot down without warning.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
Build up a base, economy, and army. We need to destroy those defenses to make sure no more innocent lives are lost. And before reinforcements show up. I highly recommend Magna Cannons.
Construction complete.
Moving. Reporting. Moving. Surveyor. Engines to full. Reporting.
Construction complete.
Ready. Underway.
You build up an economy in space by finding asteroids to gnaw on.
Construction complete.
Building.
Moving. Ready. Engines to full. Reporting.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's a little close.
Construction complete.
Underway.
Surveyor.
Moving to destination.
Good to know. The rest of those should be fine. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. I have an hour, but I am pretty sure I can do this in under that.
Building. Building.
Because I am occupying the Zabu facilities,
Construction
that vastly
complete.
improves my capabilities.
Standing by. Underway.
Construction complete.
So I don't
Ready
need to
for
build a
operations.
lot of
Engines to full.
other facilities.
Standing by. Underway. Reporting. Moving.
And if I don't have to build a lot of other facilities, I can spend my resources on other things.
Building.
Ooh. Ah.
Construction complete. Building. Building. Construction complete.
That's 3.
Ready for operations. Moving to destination. Ready. Thrusters engaged.
That I believe are out of range.
Construction complete.
Moving.
And I think that unless I want to start gnawing on asteroids directly or advancing closer, that will cover my free mine facilities that I can claim. So with that, I can grab another storage
Building.
facility. As I am now generating quite a bit of stuff. Let's throw another power plant in as
Building.
well.
Construction complete.
Ooh. I like those.
Construction complete.
We definitely want more capacity. Oh, you can only do one or the other. Okay. Why not? Normally I'm under too much pressure. Now I can get everything. Sure.
Building. Building. Construction complete.
Okay, mixed loadout, base buster, lots of missiles. We're gonna want the base buster. this
Construction
time around.
complete.
And it shouldn't be too long till we can actually build these things. Because of all the facilities we have for once. Oh no, I could probably get surveyor to that one safely.
Surveyor.
Moving.
These three are probably a no-go. Oh, I could probably get one to that there too. But these three are probably a no-go till I take that out.
Ready. Engines to full.
Alright. When this guy's done, we're gonna move him out and see how effective he is. Those carriers are probably also gonna be a good option. Alright, let's see how you do against that.
Yes, sir.
Not enough power.
Well, it said magma cannons. It's the only thing we have with magma cannons.
New ship constructed.
Ready to embark. Yes, sir. Underway. Understood, sir.
Building.
Gonna need that.
Construction complete.
Okay, so I do appear to be regenerating metal a little faster than... Right, and of course this is the one where I need an even loadout.
Building. Building.
Right, so it gave us that time because of how darn slow
Construction
the magma
complete.
cannon ships are.
Ship under attack. Our base is under attack.
I'm not sure that the base is what's under attack, but sure, you do you. Okay, so those magma cannons are very effective once they get going. Holy smokes.
Yes. Understood, sir. Underway, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3.
Engines to full.
Ready for orders. Yes, sir. Underway. Understood, sir.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Standing by. Engines to full. Ready for operations. Engines to full.
Ship under attack.
Captain, we've been interdict. Never mind. Crew, if you look to port, you'll see the first of many victory fireworks the captain has prepared.
Ship reporting.
Move you over there, and
We're gonna
move you
report.
over there to begin the process of...
Yes, sir. Underway. Ready for orders.
Okay, so... we're gonna need people to sort of... This is gonna
Yes,
be a
sir.
slow slog.
Ship reporting. Underway, sir. Yes. Understood, sir. Yes.
Just kind of
Underway, sir.
start picking at them from
Ship
all
under
directions.
Unit reporting. Underway, sir.
I am gonna see if the... Let's see. Okay, so this is actually a layered defense. I think I'm stuck with the big boys. Being able to just tank and dish it out.
Ship reporting. Ship reporting.
Ship under attack.
Ship reporting. Understood, sir. Ship reporting. Understood, sir.
Yeah, I'm just gonna build them as fast as I can.
Reporting in.
They do seem to be chipping away at them.
Ship under attack.
Slowly. Very slowly.
Yes.
Like I said, the problem is, do I want to
Understood,
give
sir.
in and buy faster ships that will potentially get shot down? Or do I just keep making annihilators? Screw it, we're making a bunch of carriers and seeing what happens.
Ship reporting. Understood, sir.
Actually, no, you go over here.
Understood, sir.
Ship under attack.
And we're gonna build the carriers as like,
Reporting in. Yes, sir. Ship reporting.
okay, those are engaged. So they're working on it. I'm gonna move the carriers as a unit.
Plotting course. Engaging enemy.
See if they are any faster at this.
Yes, Admiral.
Ship under attack.
Yes, sir. Ready for orders. Understood, sir.
Yeah, I think I see why they give you an hour.
Yes. Understood, sir.
They're British and peppy. Their life expectancy drops every time they speak. Oof. Alright,
Ship under attack. Building. 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 Construction complete. Not enough population. Construction complete.
Admiral. Weapons engaged.
oh, the carriers are really good at this, actually.
Construction complete. Ship under attack.
They're squishier, but yeah, when their bombers get going, they apparently are quite effective.
Striking.
Unit reporting. Yes, sir. Reporting in. Understood, sir.
Not enough population. Building.
Am I not? Is 40 it?
What are you orders. Weapons engaged.
Ship construction complete.
Orders, Admiral.
Okay, yeah, this is slowly building
Yes,
momentum.
Admiral.
I just have to keep them in range of
Understood,
whatever they're
sir.
shooting at.
Yes. Underway, sir.
But it's working. It's just slow.
Ready and waiting. Weapons hot.
Alright, let's see if the light good against heavies helps speed anything up.
Not enough
Yes,
population.
sir.
Ship under attack.
Glad I said we're only doing one of these missions.
What are your orders? Engaging enemy.
Ready to embark. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh, no.
sir.
Don't you all turn. No, no,
Yes,
no, no,
sir.
no. I didn't
Ready
mean to
to
select all
embark.
of you.
Underway, sir. Ready for orders.
You do
Yes,
your
sir.
jobs.
Yes, sir. Underway. Understood, sir.
Not enough population.
Ready for operations.
As you command. Attacking.
Ship under attack.
Standing by.
Target locked, Admiral.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, these guys take more damage. But they are faster, and that probably means that the little guys are going to take significantly more damage. Yeah, because these guys are just tanking the hits and moving from, oh, no, this one's actually taking some
Ready
damage.
for orders. Yes, sir. Underway. Understood, sir.
They're too
Yes,
slow
sir.
to effectively,
Yes, sir.
recover.
Not enough population.
Yes, sir.
Ship under attack.
Underway, sir. Understood, sir.
Hold on.
Yes.
That looks like a collectible. Give me that. I'll salvage that.
Understood, sir.
Okay, so yeah, the carriers and the light
Reading you.
brigade
Destination confirmed.
can also let them have it damage-wise,
Understood, sir.
Reporting.
but are just gonna take a ton of damage as a response.
Ship under attack.
Engaging enemy.
Background music, please.
Engaging enemy.
Understood, sir. Yes. Understood, sir.
Awaiting orders, sir.
Striking.
Hopefully, they can melt down the rest of those. No,
Ready
stop
to
that.
embark.
You get over there.
Underway, sir.
Ship under attack.
Yeah?
Hopefully they can melt this side while the big boys turn back around and go finish that side. Oh, someone got promoted.
Engaging enemy.
Ready and waiting. Awaiting your orders. Locking weapons.
What was that, Admiral? Attacking!
Yeah, the big boys are definitely more effective, but we're now at the point where I need to have units fast enough to get back up here.
Ship under attack.
Admiral? Engaging enemy. Yes, Admiral? Attacking!
As I lose all of my frigates.
Not enough population.
Reading you. Engaging target.
Hmm. Headache just suddenly decided it's
Ship under
wants
attack.
attention.
As you command.
Alright, get over here and help them.
Striking!
Ready and waiting. Locking weapons.
Yeah, I think we have this. It's just going to be a matter of however long it takes to actually finish it. Given these guys accidentally got turned around going in the wrong direction.
Reporting in. Understood, sir.
Not enough population.
Understood, sir. Yes, Admiral. Yes, sir. Underway, sir. Yes. Understood, sir.
Yes! Striking!
Ship under attack.
Awaiting orders. Coordinates locked in. Attacking.
Alright, I think that's going to get them all close enough to finish.
Not enough population. Ship under attack.
No, did I lose that one? Or is that noises from the one of the bases? I think the noises are from one of the bases. Yeah, I had... I had other plans, but this headache is like rapidly accelerating.
Not enough population.
the ships are slow, but when those magma guns get going, holy crap, they
Ship
hit
under
like
attack.
a truck.
Not enough population.
Yeah. think we're winning this with time to spare. Admittedly, hitting the target would probably
Ship
help.
under attack.
That's
There
it.
it goes.
I don't know why they turned against the rest of us, but at least this way they will do no more harm. Well done, Admiral.
You are victorious.
Hold on, there's another thing over here.
What?
Not enough population.
On the move.
Where's the weapon container? Get it for me. This is how you get your upgrades, is you collect these containers. And it's across everything. Skirmishes, wave defense, campaign, everything. So you want to collect them all before you end the mission. Which I appreciate that they don't auto end the mission because of this. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden I'm just... That headache's making me nauseous. There goes optional third mission. Now it opens them all. So that's Stellar Warfare, partner to the channel. Please check out my Xsola link if you would like a copy to support both the dev and myself. Yeah, I am finding myself needing to call it early because that nausea is hitting hard. Holy smokes. Sorry to have a couple shorter streams as our return stream. Thank you all for hanging out and sticking with me, especially with the technical difficulties. I will work on fixing that again. I hope you all have a good week. Be safe. And I will catch you in the next video and or stream. Take care and see you guys next time.